Hello, hello. That was awkward. Yes, it was. That was so weird. Oh my god. Oh my god. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I highlight, how I contour, how I bake, and all that together. You know? So I'm going to show you. I want to show you guys a version of drugstore. You guys know that's what I always use because that's what I can afford as of right now, you know. But to makeup, there's no rules. This is just what I personally do. I'm not telling you this is what you should do. It's just what I personally do. I know we all have different type of skin texture and all that type stuff, so what might work for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me, you know. But I hope you guys like how I did this. This is just how I do it, so don't take it offensive or something like that. But with that being said, thank you so much for being here today. So right before we start, I'm going to show you how I do my foundation. You always want to make sure you prime and prep your face before putting on foundation, just to make it last longer, make it look smoother, and things like that. This is all I do basically for my foundation. I'm just showing you here very quickly how I did that. Obviously this video is not about my foundation, but this is, you know, just showing you the little process that I do before I do my highlighting, contouring, baking, and all that jazz. So let's get on to the thing now. So the first thing I'm starting with is with a concealer, just to hide all these dark bags that you see under my eyes. We don't want that away from us. Yes, yes, yes. So the first thing I start doing is literally applying it right under my lower lash line and kind of swinging it outwards, kind of if I was creating a wing, but obviously I'm not creating a wing. But I don't do the whole triangular type thing. I don't go too much with covering, because I think it's unnecessary. So I always stop right before my nostrils basically, and just kind of, you know, sweep it back up and out to my kind of temple, I should say, and just basically repeat the same step and put a little bit up above on the sides of my nose, then again on the top of my nose, and I like to leave a little space between the tip of my nose, oh my god, the tip of my nose and my actual nose bridge, and then I go again on my cupid's bow and all that jazz that you're seeing here, just to make it look like it's lifted. I do not highlight my forehead or my chin, because I feel like they're extremely big, and when you highlight is when you want to emphasize. So I do not want that. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and use my beauty blender, which is a great source too. You could even use a brush, but I prefer a beauty blender because I believe it gives you like that airbrush kind of a finish. So again, I just like to concentrate the products and kind of like dab, 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 dab motion, and then move. I just repeat the same step again and again. I just kind of dabbing motion. That's how I like it. I preferably believe that this just makes it look more airbrush kind of thing. Then on the outer part, I like to kind of tilt my beauty blender and just go right ahead. A line there and just blend again. I'm just tapping, 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 and I'm repeating the same process all over. I like to kind of like really concentrate it on there around my nose area, because I feel like everything just like the product just separates there and it just looks super weird. I don't know, it just random. But again, I'm repeating the same step again on the other side, the same thing, just dabbing, dabbing, dabbing till that blends into basically my skin and it looks like it's basically lifted. That's why we always highlight. Next, I'm going in with this Airspun. I know you guys heard seen this all over the place. I have a full review if you guys want to check it out. You can use a beauty sponge, or you can even use this sponger, which go right underneath your eye like perfectly, and they only like $1 at the Dollar Tree or even Target. You can find them. So I just like to literally apply this product, the air translucent loose powder, right under my eye as just like I apply the concealer, and I just like to press it, press it, press it, press it all over till like kind of becomes skin basically. And I just really, really like to press it down to make sure that my concealer is not moving anywhere, because I do kind of tend to get crease. So I always like to go in with this product. I don't go heavily on baking, that's what they call it, because I don't feel like it's necessary to go with all that powder all over your face. But I do like to do it under my eyes, sometimes. Both my nose, just preference on the top of my forehead because I do get oily there, and also on my chin. And as you can see, I did went in a little bit on the side of my nose, just because this created already a natural contouring basically. Then I like to go in with this brush and just dust all that off. And this is a gesso brush. I have a full review again if you guys want to check that out. I'll link it in the description below. Just check it out if you guys are interested. For this brush is super affordable and they work amazing. So I just like to dust all that powder off. I don't like to let it sit or anything like that. I don't think it's necessary, at least for myself. I don't think it's necessary because again, I like to press the powder, and once I press it, I feel like it just, it blends into the skin. So I just like to dust everything off. Like, I don't feel like it's necessary to leave it there any longer. So next I'm gonna go in to bronzer. That's where we're going. Bronzing the face, kind of contouring. And I took out too much. Oh my god. And I'm using this LA Prolong concealer in the color Beautiful Brunch, which I saw Carly by Belle. I think I mentioned it before, and it looks so amazing on her. So I like to start from the top of my ear, and I like to end right before the end of my brow. I don't bring it all the way down, and you want to go in a direction like if you were to go down towards your the end of your lip or something like that. And again, I do like to end right before my brow, because you this product, you got to be careful because it's super pigmented and it could get everywhere. So just make sure you don't go all the way down, and don't make yourself look like you have a beard either. So I like to basically apply a little bit again on the crown of my forehead because it's super huge. Maybe for you it's not, you don't see it that way, but for me, wow, I just said pero, which means but. For me it's extra huge. I don't like it. So then I also like to, I don't really contour my nose, but for the sake of this video I'm just gonna do it. And I just start basically with little strokes, small strokes, because you got to be careful with this product. It's super pigmented once again, but it works amazing. And I just start like aligning a straight line, and I ended right before the tip of my nose, and then I bring like a kind of like a arrow type thing, if that makes any sense to you. But I just kind of go downward, and just basically shaping the nose. And then I like to put a little bit right under there, as you can see it. I think I'm gonna be putting some directions with some stuff here because I feel like I'm talking shit now. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. What the hell? But then again, I just like to put a little bit on the sides of my bottom jaw. Oh my god, bottom jaw. What the hell does that even mean? Anyway, guys, you see what I'm doing. I like to take this a dual fiber brush. It's amazing for blending this contouring. It just super easy. It makes everything just fun and easy to do. Like, it just blends everything amazingly. So I like to start from right on the top and concentrating the product there, just blending it in kind of circular motions. That's how I start doing it. And as you can see, I'm not moving the product anywhere. I'm just staying right there till I blend in the product. And then I like to drag it downwards and, wherever you want to drag it basically. But for me, I like to drag it along my cheekbone and kind of doing that swirl motion that I'm doing there. And just to kind of make believe that my cheek, it looks kind of like, it kind of just give a lift basically to your cheek because you kind of contouring them and making them appear like they're basically shaped that way. So that's why I like doing that, and that's how it kind of like the little finish, that's how it looks. So again, I'm just repeating the same step on the other side. Again, I just like to concentrate the product first, kind of bring it a little bit up to my temples, and don't bring it down yet till it's super blended. And then when you blend it and concentrate it right on top there, then you could bring it down. That's how I like to personally do it because I feel like that's how you get the best kind of airbrush and super blended, contour thing. Again, this is just how it works for me. For my forehead, I like to go in circular motion, like outer motions or outer circular motions, basically meaning like outer going towards my hairline. You don't want to do it inwards because you can actually end up, like bronzing your whole forehead. It will look kind of strange. So just make sure that you go like an outer, it's kind of circular motions, toward your headline. So I seen people that I think you can see the line between their hairline and their actual like forehead. Like it has a line between it because they don't blend it all the way in, and that could look actually, you know, pretty crazy as well. So just make sure you do that, or if you don't like doing that, then don't do it. I'm just telling you what I do basically. I feel like I'm all over the place here. I'm sorry, guys. Again, for my nose, again, I just like to take this small Sigma brush. It's beautiful and it has some density to it, and it just works perfect to blend that nose contour. So I just like to go in basically and just kind of blend everything in slow strokes. Again, I like to do everything slowly because you could definitely fuck this up real quick and make your nose, oh my god, make your nose look extra harsh, or like it's, you know, you're contouring the heck out of it like it's fake. So just make sure you go very slowly, and I like to kind of start dabbing motions, and bringing it downward to the sides of my nose, not too down, but you know, you get what I'm doing here. Just basically, you know, doing the same, repeating the same step, just kind of blend everything to not look too bad. I like to also tap in a little bit of powder on the bridge of my nose, just to make sure that no powder gets in there, no bronzer gets in there, because that's the only part that we want to look, you know, bronzer free basically. And again, don't be afraid to go in with your fingers. Again, your fingers are like the best thing, the best brush that you'll ever have, because they blend everything pretty damn well. At least for me, they do. I really like this. So again, I'm just repeating the same step, just blending everything. Again, for the nose contour, make sure you blend that shit very, very well, because you can actually end up looking like you have a freaking, I don't know, you know that Toy Story, the potato. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but the potato has like this fake nose. Yeah, that's how we probably end up looking if you don't blend that shit well. Then I just like to dust some powder on top of it, just to make sure everything is, you know, blended and it doesn't look. It looks seamlessly. Oh my god, I cannot talk. Jesus. So I like to apply a little bit of bronzer under my lip, because it's kind of plumped up my lip and make it look like I have some shadow there, and then the light that hits my lips make it look even more, you know, like plump, like they're bigger, basically, like a bigger appearance. Then I like to go in with this Hardcandy bronzer. It's like a baked bronzer. So I like to kind of just it, and it's just so beautiful, guys, with this bronzer, because it's sheer enough to not give you a harsh bronze look, but it definitely give you that glowy kind of sun kiss looking skin, basically. So I just like to go all over around my face, basically mainly on my cheek areas and things like that where my contour was. Just kind of brighten things up and make it look more like sheer and glowy type thing. Then I go ahead with this highlighter. We go into highlight now. I love this highlighter from the drugstore. It's beautiful, it's inexpensive, and it's bombdiggity.com. You guys know I love this so much. This is one of my favorite brushes to highlight with. It's from Jessup as well. You guys know I love all these brushes. They're bomb diggity. So I just kind of dab my bronzer. Oh, I took too much. But basically, I like to go right to measure. You can measure with the tip of your pinky finger. Kind of take like an inch or half an inch. Away from your eye, from your under eye, and then just kind of, if you want, you can measure it. If not, that, you know, that's totally fine. You know where the highest point of your cheek are, obviously. And then just apply it there. And I kind of like to go on a seat motion type thing, and just dab basically. And I'm repeating the same step here, just dab. That's how I like to do it, and in a kind of seat shape motions type thing. I'm gonna go ahead with a small brush and to highlight my brows. You guys know I love doing this, and I like to go on the highest point of my brows, which is almost like the middle of my brow basically, and I just literally apply it right on the middle. Like I don't go anywhere else, just right on the middle. Again, I do the same step on my nose. I apply it on the tip of my nose and then leave a little space, and then apply it on the bridge of my nose and blend it in with my fingers. I also like to apply it right on those little lines there on my cubist bow. I just like the appearance that they give my lips. I just feel like they look much bigger. I don't know, that's how, like, more lifted. So that's basically it, guys, for my whole contouring, baking and thing. Before we go, let's put my makeup on and
hold me close till I get up. Time